I know some of you, can we give a round of applause for our folks who had did the documentary. Where's all the CDs at? Tavion, where's the CDs at? Bring them up here, please. Bring them up here, please. So we just want to thank everyone. Mother, thank you for bringing the children out so much. This is not the last time we'll be reviewing the Hidden Colors 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But one of the things that important to me as a black man for the next several generations that's coming after me is that this information here is real. Is real. You'll get a chance to watch the beginning of it at a later date, but just what you've seen while you were here is powerful. As a civil rights leader, this is Dr. Omar Johnson. I'm going to be reaching out to him, trying to get him to come here to talk to us and be with us. One of the things that Dr. Omar Johnson said, that when you start talking about religious institutions, he said one of the things that's important is that we have to grow our own food. Do we grow our own food here? Young people? Yes. He also said that it's also important for churches, or what do you want to call it? I call it ministry, that you have a school to teach your children how to read, how to do math, how to do mathematics, how to behave, how to talk. This information here, pass these out, tape them out so everybody can get a visual of each tape. Just pass it around so they can read it and touch it. Is that what we're doing here? That's why we're here this morning on a Saturday from 9 to 12. Because it's important for you to understand who you are. See, the public school system, as in the documentaries, will show that your ancestors built education. You all wasn't here when that was being played. I think you were here, and Taylon was here. Your ancestors built the education system of the world, but yet Europeans came in and stole it and twisted and turned it what they want your information that you're being taught at school now. Just a little bit that you've seen. Have they taught you this in school?
No. We learned about him.
No.
You don't.
Now, they said that Christopher Columbus discovered America.
That's the one.
Is that right? That's what they said on here, right? That when Christopher Columbus got to the American soil, there was this conversation, there was nobody here. And then the question became, well, how did he know how to sail to get here? As if he was a smart man. He had some black folk that showed him the way to get here, but when he got here, there was folk already here. So when you go to school, right? Bring it up here, set them up across. Oh, go show Devon. Devon is in the back. Go show him here. When you go to school and it's time to take a test, and that's a test question, and they say, who discovered America? Christopher Columbus, the Moors, Barack Obama. Which one do you think they want you to mark? Christopher Columbus. But the problem with you marking that answer is wrong. It's a lie. He ain't discovered nothing. Okay?
That part.
And so this is why it's important for you to come to Fresno Freedom School, Free AME Ministries, so that we can teach you the truth. So what has to happen is, take your hat off while I'm talking. Those up here. Is that we have to deprogram you and then turn around and program you with the right information. Because we don't want you as black young women and men and brown women to understand you're walking around dumb, stupid, and ignorant. That makes sense? So it's important for you to understand that as you as a black man and you as a black woman, it's engineered to destroy you. Because knowledge is what? Power. And if you don't know nothing, are you powerless or powerful? You're powerless. And so we have to take time. Our young women have to understand, you have to understand your value and your worth. You're not a four-legged dog called a bitch. You're not thugs. You're not pimps. You're not hustlers. You come from a people of kings and queens who had the highest integrity of mankind. Now, you all wasn't here. I think Sister Brown and Taylon was here when we started talking about chicken pox in Europe. How the Moors, and that's why I said you got to watch it again, because I don't think y'all was here when they're talking about the Moors. The Moors were the people who went and taught civilization to people, to those in Europe. And when the Moors got to Europe, they found out that white folks had cows and chickens living in the house. Now, can you imagine a cow coming in the house? While you watching TV? Can you imagine a chicken flying across the room? 3 or 4 of them at the same time? Have you ever seen a duck boo-boo and a chicken boo-boo right on the floor? See, you have those in Europe that was living like that. And your ancestors went in and told them, you cannot live with animals. Did that make sense? Now, all of you know, you should know after my conversation, that you don't live with cows and horses and all that type of stuff, right? But there was a people who were living like that in Europe. And so this information here is so vital. See, this is why you keep hearing me talk about why we got to get these TVs up here. And it's not just to put TVs up there to watch Bugs Bunny and the Roadrunner, even though I like watching them. But this is about education. Because if you're going to go to school from what is the little kitty, preschool, all the way to 12th grade, and from preschool to 12th grade, you don't even know who you are. But everybody in the school know who they are, but you don't know who you are. Why? Because no one has taught you who you are. And the school system is not going to teach you who you are. Because basically what the school wants for black kids, can I be truthful? Is for you to take a football and run up and down the goddamn field like a jackrabbit with an empty head, not knowing anything. Or to bounce a basketball and to dunk it in the hoop, but you don't even know who you are. So this is serious business here. Because see, one of the things that I see that's going on now in society and in the hood, ain't nobody got no respect for you. Why? Because you don't have no respect for yourself. Pay attention, young ladies, because there's nobody in this community going to teach you like I'm going to teach you. So all eyes should be on me. Because when there's a problem, then I got to handle it. Understand who you are. You have to carry yourself with some type of character and integrity. You cannot be walking around in the neighborhood at home with your breasts hanging out. I'm just talking real talk now. You cannot walk around with your pants sagging. Do you know what that means? I know you know what it means now. Taylor. Because that whole indication of sagging came out of prison industry. When you went to prison and you sagged and you went in there, that means that your behind was mine.
Yeah, that's right. And it really comes from slavery.
And understand that we have to teach you right and wrong. Now, life is a choice. You can make the right choice, or you can make the wrong choice. And whatever choice you make, understand this one thing. You're going to have to live with it. Mama, daddy, uncle, cousin ain't coming to save you. So while you have people, grandma, people in your lives that love you, listen to them. Do you know how many young ladies right now are out here being prostituted? Do you know how many young ladies are out here being human trafficked? Do you know how many young ladies are out here being murdered just because of the way they dress? And the same way for our young men. You're not exempt. So when you come from a people that has took their time out to go and research the history. You come from rich people, honorable people. But this society is not going to tell you that. So that's why, Fresno Freedom School is so important, that we have to be in control of our own destiny. We have to be in control of our own education system. We have to be in control of our own political system. Because if not, all the people you see in school is going to be your master. You're going to go work for them because you don't have enough sense. You have a lot of sense, but you don't want to use your sense because as we say here and as I say today, you just don't go to school to go to work, get education, go get a good job. You go to school to get education and go be your own business owner. Because like it or not, working for someone else, you appreciate a job, but you're still working for someone else. You're not controlling nothing. You're not making no decisions. You're not doing no growth. Someone is telling you what to do. You better make sure you're here at 8 o'clock. If you ain't here at 8 o'clock, you're fired. So young people, understand the investment that is being put into you today. There's people all over this world that loves you. You don't even know it. They see you sing. They see you play instruments. And they like what you're doing.
You did not come.
Sister Sandra, what did you take away from the Hidden Colors one this morning?
It was a lot of information that kind of like needs to be broken up in smaller pieces because they were going from one scenario to the next. They were talking about colonization, and then they were talking about religion, and then they were talking about a lot of different things. They were talking about a lot of different things in the movie. They were talking about our history, slavery. They was talking about the Moors. It was just a lot even within that first segment, it's a lot that can be broken up still, because it was like so much to try to gather up with it. Yeah, so, I mean, but it was really good though. It was really, really good. So I hope everybody can come back and
Now, you've been to school, college. How much of this information you got in high school?
I didn't get really none of it. It was like basic, the stuff that I got in in going through school. A lot of stuff that we did, you guys probably don't even do it anymore. Like, we weren't allowed to use calculators. I don't know, do you guys use calculators now? You guys do? See, I was never taught to use a calculator. You had to figure it out on your own. And what about dictionaries? Do you guys know how to look up words in a dictionary?
No, they don't let them have dictionaries.
No? Do you guys don't write cursive anymore?
With a dictionary. I got two.
Do you guys know about maps? Do you know about continents? You guys do maps?
Don't teach them.
Y'all don't do nothing?
No more. They do not teach them.
Oh my goodness, they don't, you guys don't, we had to learn, what about the Constitution? Did you guys have, well, y'all, no, you didn't have to do the Constitution? We could not graduate until the 8th grade until you learned about the Constitution, the preamble,
Yeah.
all of that stuff. It's a lot of things, and even, do you guys ever watch Schoolhouse Rock?
Anthony,
Yeah, okay, that's where we kind of started having to learn a lot of things in Schoolhouse Rock. Little cartoons that taught you about, different things like conjunctions and all that stuff. They don't have nothing. So I don't know, what are they teaching y'all at school?
nothing. You talking about math?
It's just-
There's more to it than just math.
Do you guys read books?
Nah.
Y'all don't read books?
They do.
Okay, you guys, honestly, you really need to be reading. Because that's gonna be majority of your life is reading. You're gonna have to read everything.
Okay.
Honestly, you find you a book.
Turn around.
You guys, you hear me? You guys find you a book that you guys enjoy reading. Find something, chapter books according to your age. You guys really need to find something. You guys need to go to Barnes and Noble.
Tell them.
Y'all need to go to Barnes and Noble because they don't know the average.
They got
So-
gang of books
That's
and
it.
all kinds of books, Bible books and everything.
Taylon, you was here when we first started. What did you get from this month?
I got a lot of it, but the schools didn't teach me about this, and I'm glad to be here because my history is important, and if I don't know about it, there won't be no part of me for being here.
So since we're talking about the topic of school, do you feel you're learning anything in school right now? It's just an open discussion, there's no right or wrong answer. Just, you're free here, this is your home church. So do you feel that you're being empowered as a black man, that teachers care, they go on the extra mile? I mean, are you putting an effort to learn? How do you feel when you walk on campus?
Some of my teachers, only some of my teachers really,
people can hear you.
I feel like only some of my teachers really care. Only some say they do, but most of them don't. It's only some really support me though.
And how do you, just the environment of the school? I mean, do your friends, do they kind of feel the same way? Or are you wake up in the morning, ready to go to school and fired up and charged?
Well, I don't really know how they feel with this, but I just be around basically my football friends. It's just I just go to school and it's a regular routine. I just go to school, do what I gotta do, my work, and then regular day go home, do what I gotta do.
Now, are they teaching you anything about your history, culture?
No, they right now in my history class we learning about Hitler and stuff. We're not learning black history. We don't learn about black history, our history and stuff. They don't teach us about none of that. We learn about Europeans and stuff.
So they're teaching you more about a European?
Yeah, all different kind of other cultures and stuff, not about our black culture.
That's what How about
Gotta
you?
fight
You?
for that.
Are you learning anything? You have the school teaching you about culture, your black history, anything like that?
Anthony, Michelle,
What about our young ladies in the back?
give it to her. What?
They not teaching.
Give it to the young ladies. So are the school system teaching you about your culture, your black history, who you are as a woman, how you're valued, how you're a
She
queen?
said she married and went to school, she don't want to talk.
Okay, but you did say
No,
something.
what about you? You said something. About the dictionary when he was asking.
She said she do not use it.
So you're saying they're not teaching you about your culture? No. Okay.
That's how
You gotta go to close for that.
You gotta go to, like BSU.
Oh yeah, I just joined one. I got him at BSU, like I'm on school.
Tell me.
Like all black.
Okay, let her speak. What do you say, man?
Well, my principal told me yesterday about the sagging
Tell me
and
what
stuff.
they want you to do.
So let me ask this question. Do girls sag?
Only if they're engaged.
You know, like the ones that call themselves liking girls, yeah.
Oh, okay, so they do sag.
Yeah.
And what did the principal say about sagging?
You said the same thing that you said
Right,
about in the prisons, you know, that's the same thing they said. You told me that yesterday.
yes, sir.
Tell me the name of it.
What school you go to?
Virgin.
Heard. Okay, great. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you for your participation. Appreciate that. Just know that you all are safe here. Mother, what is your perspective on, from what you've seen today and what you see at home going on with the children and the history and the culture?
You know, well, I know it's not good, and I didn't learn. I learned black history from Mr. Diente, but my grandma, and I was born into slavery in the 50s, and I seen what my grandma and my mother was going through.
Quiet, young man, quiet.
Yeah, working in the field
Good
with
man.
us
Turn
on
around.
her bags, on her cotton bag, and then we lived. I try to tell these kids, when I came up, we didn't have a bathroom, it was outside. We didn't have a bathtub, we had to go pump water to put it in a big tub and take a bath in there. We had to use the same water for everybody to bath. And we didn't even have a stove to cook on, like they have now. We had to go get wood and put it in a little round oven, look like a furnace, but it's not. We had to warm our bath water. We had to warm water for food and stuff. And we washed our face in a bowl. It was like a bowl, and the thing had a handle on it. Pitch in cold water. So these kids should be thankful.
How many of you ever seen an outhouse?
You don't know what that is, and that they be driving on the trucks is not it. It's the one that gets splinters in you when you try to sit on them and use them.
Okay. How many of you ever
It's not
pumped,
toilet paper.
how many of you ever pumped a well?
A well is where you pump your water.
How many of you ever
pump your water.
used an iron that you had to
You
put
put
on
on the stove.
stove?
And it wasn't a stove.
How many of you ever used a washboard to wash your clothes?
Oh, you don't got one, huh? Who got
I'm
one?
not using them, so I use them.
Okay. So it kind of shows you that a lot of the, and tomorrow I'm gonna be printing a lot of this information out about inventions and things like that, so that you all can have it, you know, with you to understand that your ancestors, built a lot of the things that you see now.
Everything I see, even a
You
car.
know, the elevator, the lawnmower, the stoplight, the cell phone, you know, all those things your ancestors built, the refrigerator, the freezer. the straightening comb, the hot iron straightening comb, the golf tee. There's just so many things that you should feel proud about that they left for us to use, but white folks stole them.
They took it.
Europeans stole them and they made money. Now, who remember that store called Sears?
I do. Sears.
And Roebuck.
Sears and Roebuck.
Sears and Roebuck.
Y'all remember that store, Sears? You remember?
Sears and Roebuck. Now,
But anyway, Sears was founded by a black man
Yeah.
out of his garage, and it went worldwide. Okay? And so these are the things that we want to talk about, because just how our ancestors invented things, you can invent things too. Okay? You have to put your mind to it. That's why we talk about being an engineer and things like that. You know, they talked about Washington, D.C. Remember that, Sister Sutton? How Washington, D.C., where the White House is, a black man built the White House. Slaves built the White House in Washington, D.C. California, did you know that California was named after a black queen? California was named after a black woman. So there's a lot of things that you're right, Sister. So there's so much information to just absorb in one day, right? But this is why I take the time out of my schedule. I work all week. I get up at 4. I don't get in bed till 11. But I'm here this morning. Why? Because I love you to make sure that you get this information. And this is not the last time we're going to do this. But one of the things I want to do is encourage you is that it's important that you come to the Fresno Freedom School. We're getting ready to start again, right? Real soon, in March. And we want to make sure that you're reading, that you're gardening, that you're farming, that you understand what hygiene is. Our president is Eileen Reed. You know, we grow our food out here. You know, we cook our own food. We make our own recipes. We put it in the Fresno Fair. We're going to be taking field trips this year to different places, to the mountains and different things like that. So come and have fun and learn. Okay? Learn. It's fun. Okay? Learn at the same time. All right. So we're going to go ahead and end it there. We got to get ready for our next session. Go ahead and hit that. And then hopefully next week we'll be here again.